Hello everyone and welcome to lesson 4, working with types, listing them and placing family instances. In previous lesson, we learned how to read and write parameters. Today, we'll go one level deeper and interact with types, changing them, listing them, and even placing new instances into the model. For the first part of this tutorial, I'm going to access and switch element type. Now let's import all the libraries that we need. We import common language runtime, we add references. First one, Revit services. This allows us to access Revit document and transaction utilities. And then we add another one, which is Revit API, which allows us to access core Revit API classes like wall types, etc. We need another one, Revit nodes. This allows us to work with Dynamo wrapper elements. And of course, we import Revit. And let's import extensions, Revit element, which enables automatic conversion between Dynamo and Revit elements. This should be elements actually. And from Revit services, dot persistence, we import document manager. We need to add another namespace. Transactions. We import transaction manager. Which is capable of allowing us to interacting with Dynamo and Revit. And from Autodesk dot Revit database, we import all classes from the Autodesk namespace. And of course, we need to import the document manager. And between all the instances available, we need to select the current database document. For this operation, we need two inputs. So let's another one and get back to the Python script. Since we need to change the types of the wall inside Revit, we need to unwrap them. So we say for the first input element, unwrap element, as the first one, and the second input I'm going to name it new type, and of course we need to unwrap it. Now let's find out of box node inside Dynamo. To select, we are going to select model element node, and to select new wall type, we search for wall types. In Revit, already we have wall fnd blah blah blah, and now we need to change it to like this one. Let's wire this to our inputs and let's select our walls. Since we are going to have some changes inside Revit, we need to unwrap elements inside Dynamo. So for the first of all, we need to activate our transaction. So we say transaction manager from the available instances, ensure in transaction, of course as an argument these documents. Now we need to check if elements and new type are valid. For that we need to use conditional in this form is instance, as an argument is the element and is instance our new selected wall type So we need to check if our new wall type is not the same that we have already inside Revit. For that, we are going to say if element and as an attribute wall type that ID is not equal to the new type ID that we selected. In this case, we are going to change the type of our wall. This is how you do it. Wall type ID as an argument our new type that we selected. And as a result, comment this out. Wall type changed. Otherwise, by saying else, as a result, comment this that wall already has this type, in case you are going to select the same type as the wall has inside Revit. And we get out of this condition by saying that else comment out invalid input. By saying like must be wall and wall type. If you select by mistake another type of out-of-box node, and then we say we need to actually close the transaction, so we say transaction manager instance transaction task done, and as an output give me the result. Now let's save and run. Let's see. As you can see, here is the result saying that wall type changed, and in the Revit we changed the wall type to this one. Let's change it to another one just make sure that's working. As you can see, we changed it to the new wall type. Now let's list all types of a category. We are going to pull available door types dynamically. Let's edit the Python script. We are going to name the collector, and we are going to use filtered element collector method. In this document, of class, which is a family symbol for the door, which is a loadable family. From the category, which is a built-in category. And it is OST underscore doors. However, this is not the one that I was looking for. All right. And for the door type, we are going to use for command to collect all the types of the family. So we're going to say door type for dt in collector if, as a conditional, we're going to say that the name of the family is equal to the one that we are looking for. This is the hard coding. So we are going to say if door type family name as an attribute is equal to, let's see what do we have in Revit. Let's look for this one and pull out all the three types of this family. This is named doors underscore in SGL, I suppose. And as an output, we need, of course, door types. Let's save and run. Interesting. Let's see why it's not working. Let me copy this node to the new Dynamo workspace. Still not working. Let's change this to manual. Let's see doors underscore int SGL. Yes, here we missed the spot int. Let's save and run. As you can see, we pulled out all the three types of this family. For the third part, we are going to place a new family instance. This creates a new family instance at a given point. This is useful for automation tasks like furniture layouts or placing detailed components programmatically. I have just added two another lines here, clr.addReference ds core nodes, which enables us to access core Dynamo functionality like math, list, and geometry operations. And this one, I import another extension. This method is used to convert geometry between Dynamo and Revit, for example, point, curve, and solid. To place a family instance, basically we need two inputs for this script actually. Dynamo point and a family and a selected family. So we're going to say, I'm going to name it the first input Dynamo point. Since we are creating this inside Dynamo, we don't need to unwrap it. And the second one, we are going to name it symbol. And since this is coming from the Revit, we are going to unwrap it. As a second input. Now let's go back to Dynamo and create the second input, and let's create our point. I'm going to search for point by coordinates and number. Let's fit this to all three inputs. This should be our first input, and let's search for family types. In the family types, let's select from the furniture category a furniture desk, one of those types. Let's select this one, that's okay. And here is that the actual Python script starts. Now, first of all, we need to convert our point in Dynamo to the point in the Revit. So for that, we say Revit underscore point converted to Dynamo underscore point to x, y, z. Now we need to start our transaction manager, instance, ensure in transaction, of course in this document, and we need to search that our symbol or family instance is activated. So let's evaluate this by saying if not symbol dot is active, then activate it. And in documents, regenerate it. This is how you activate your family. Regenerate. Alright. Now to place the family instance, we are going to name it a new instance. This is how it works. Doc as an argument, you're going actually to create, right? Create dot new family instance, and as an argument it requires Revit point, which was our first input, the family, which we named it symbol, and as a structure dot structural type non-structural. This is how it works. All right, and we need to close our transaction manager dot instance dot transaction task done. and as an output we say new instance dot to do to ds type. This is how you create as an output your family inside Revit and set it to true as an attribute. I hope it works. So now let's save it and let's run it. Alright, obviously we created our point here, and as you can see it creates the point inside Revit and places the family where we want to. In this lesson you've now learned how to change element types programmatically, list available types in the model, place family instances at the specific locations. In the next lesson, we will explore how to filter elements by parameter values so you can locate or modify only what matters, like all walls on level 2 or all doors with a specific fire rating.